Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Kansas State Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Wildcats. He's going to score. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Mids offense comes on the field first today. Always enjoyed coming to the Fiesta Bowl over the years. And, of course, you got the modern Silver Stadium here sitting in the desert ready for this showdown.
Well, it's so many great memories here, Chris. Think back to the Boise State, Oklahoma back in 07. How about the classic between Oklahoma State and Stanford with Andrew Luck in 2012? And then the shocker just a few years ago with TCU over Michigan in 2022. This game has a history of providing the unexpected.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the option play here. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
They'll run the option, and the quarterback keeps it here. Pitches to the back, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks like Navy will have the first down.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and first downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
It's an option look. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Oh, and he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. first down. Navy is lined up quickly here.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
The big fullback's got it here. Good enough for first down yardage. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Give it to the big fullback here. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's the option play. It's a quarterback keeper. He's got room looking for the end zone. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a first and goal. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. First and goal now, a chance to get level after allowing the opening touchdown. And now a carry here for the fullback. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. It's a second and goal play for the offense. They feed the fullback this time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. And he knocks it right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense out there for their first possession. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Ball handed off. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the right side. Looks like Kansas State will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of 1. Let's check out the early stats so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to pass this time. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now in third and very long. Looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
See what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The Wildcats will have to punt this one away. And the returner will be brought down. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. And see if they can do it again. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. They'll try to run it with the option. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
When it's third down, you know that blitz might be coming. The offensive line's got to do a better job of communicating to give this quarterback a little bit more time to be able to win a one-on-one matchup out on the perimeter. They're unable to hold up, and the blitz gets home to affect the quarterback and his timing.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On the ground, it's Giddens.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. But Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Oh, and he dropped it. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. That brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. And it's good right down the middle.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They're going to run the option. QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. So we reach the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Steps into this one, and it's a boomer. Wow. And the puck will bounce out of bounds. They'll spot it down at the 15. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid game there in first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. Quick throw to the left, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw again. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver.
Well, it's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but the offensive line did everything in their power to give the quarterback time. Ultimately, the play just didn't work out.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. And the Wildcats will line up to boot it away.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete downfield. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33. Navy has lined up quickly here. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he slings this pass over the middle. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Back in motion now. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. 1st and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. Navy will kick it off as we start the 2nd half. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback's got it on the option. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. He'll hand it off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Hand it off for a draw. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
Fights through the tackler. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
One thing about the college game is everybody likes to run a version of the spread. But there's still an opportunity every once in a while for the old fullback to get in there and show you what he can do. It reminds you on that play right there.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Navy getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run.
Touchdown, midshipman. They'll take the lead in the 2nd half.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags a quick throw.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
The shotgun running play call. Looks like Kansas State will have the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain across midfield all the way to the opponent's 35. The Wildcats come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. He's seated in here. Nice catch.
Important 2nd down play coming up. On the ground, it's Giddens. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Pressure is coming. There's no one to throw to there on 3rd down. And now it's a 4th down coming up. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
pursuing the field goal. The kickoff team is out there now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll try the option play here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
And that is a tough assignment for this strong safety because truly, he's really a hybrid player in this defense. He defends the pass, which makes him a defensive back, but his tackling ability is like a linebacker. So they don't mind coming up and taking on these players, but it's a tough task to take on that big fullback.
And Kirk, it's Navy in the lead. And as we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? First down here for this offense. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. And here comes a deep shot. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. Punt team ready to put it away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And they'll kick it away here. And the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll spot it down at the 15. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. Receiver in motion now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly to the wide out. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt in the last possession. They'll run the option. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a 4th down. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team, trying to connect from 41 yards away. Knocks that one right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
coming away with 3 in that drive. The kickoff team is out. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Running out of time in the pocket. Now it's second down here. Press coverage now from the secondary. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Second down, we're going to throw it. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Grab behind the line. It's Cephas. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field.
Foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
So the offense passer penalty gets a fresh set of downs. So a new set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer penalty on third down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Going for a big play downfield. The ball is picked off. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22. This defense steps up and makes a big play.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
Here's that defense shifting again. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game thanks to the defense. They love to work the clock, but they can't throttle back here. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
And third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Navy getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.